Welcome to Vegas Hockey Hub here on PRConnectionsRadio.com, the voice of new media. I'm your host, Ian Kelly. And on this edition of Vegas Hockey Hub Shorts, where we talk about the rest of the NHL, where it's not Vegas Golden Knights, Henderson Silver Knights, or UNLV Rebels hockey related, I just want to do a very quick 5-minute video and discuss the playoff picture in the NHL. And when it comes to your Vegas Golden Knights, obviously we see the wild card picture. We are seeing what the Pacific Division, with the wild card, all the scenarios there. So with a couple of games left in the NHL season right here, right now, I would just want to very quickly go over the playoff picture in the Western Conference and then go a little bit over to the Eastern Conference if we do have time. So going over to the Western Conference, there's a lot of good back and forth here when it comes to NHL Western Conference. And the first one that we are going to mention is the Western Conference wild card standings. Now, at this moment in time, there is about 8 to 10 games left, depending on who the teams are at this moment in time as of this recording. And the conference standings and the wild card standings for the Western Conference and the wild card situation. Now, time. The standings are the Nashville Predators have 90 points, and they have the first wild card spot. They have 8 games left in the standings for the Western Conference wild card. So Nashville Predators kind of control their own destiny, 90 points. They are 3 points above what the 8th seed, what the second wild card spot is. So they have a little bit of a buffer right now in the wild card standings. The Los Angeles Kings have 87 points. They have 8 games left, and they are currently fighting and battling with the St. Louis Blues, who are only 3 points behind, 84 points, and they are 7 games remaining. So they have one less game than the Los Angeles Kings have in terms of getting points. But what the St. Louis Blues do have an opportunity to have is an opportunity to surpass the LA Kings, as there's only a 3-point gap. St. Louis, 7 games left. LA, 8 games left. Now, the long shot here is the Minnesota Wild. The Minnesota Wild, 79 points. They are 8 points behind from the LA Kings, but the one advantage to Minnesota is they have 9 games left. So the Minnesota Wild have 9 games left on the season. LA has 8. St. Louis has 7. So if the cards go correctly and they go on a massive winning streak over the last 9 games, Minnesota still has a chance on the wild card spectrum. For your Vegas Golden Knights, the Vegas Golden Knights right now, they have 90 points on the season with 8 games left. And with 8 games left in the year for your Vegas Golden Knights, they are tied with Nashville. But because they are the 3rd best team in the Pacific, they have a rule where the 3 best teams in the Central, 3 best teams in the Pacific get the top 6 seeds. And then you have the wild card 1 and wild card 2, which are going to be Nashville and LA. So for your Vegas Golden Knights, they have a 3-point buffer over LA for the last spot in the Pacific Division and are 5 points back from the Edmonton Oilers, as the Edmonton Oilers would have home field advantage in a hypothetical scenario when it comes to the first round matchup. The Dallas Stars, 103 points. They have the number 1 seed right now. Vancouver Canucks, 100 points on the year. They have the number 2 seed. And then you have Colorado and Winnipeg, which are very firmly solidified as the number 2 and number 3 in the Central, with 100 points and 96 points respectively for Colorado and Winnipeg. So on this edition of Vegas Hockey Hub discussing the playoff picture, I just kind of wanted to quickly break it down and talk about how Vegas has 5 points behind Edmonton. They are 3 points ahead of LA. And at this moment in time, they are not in a wild card spot in the Western Conference. The Eastern Conference, very quickly, New York Rangers, 104 points, the number 1 seed. Carolina Hurricanes, 101 points. They are right below the New York Rangers in the division. Boston Bruins and Florida Panthers are battling it out for the top seed in their division. 101 points for Boston, 99 points for Florida. Toronto Maple Leafs, 95 points. They're kind of firm in the number 3 spot in that division. And then you have the Tampa Bay Lightning as the number 1 wild card with 89 points. And then the battle between the Philadelphia Flyers, Washington Capitals, and Detroit Red Wings with 82 and 79 points. So this is the playoff picture, discussing it here on Vegas Hockey Hub. I'm your host, Ian